Oh, yeah. We are live once again, episode 84. I'm your host, Adam Ross. And to my virtual left, my man, Tyler, what is up?
What's happening, buddy? How's everybody doing?
Man, I got to say, it's a long weekend here in Canada. I don't
Oh,
get to
nice.
partake because I'm an American company. So we'll be at work Monday. But I hope everybody's having a great Victoria Day weekend and getting to run some RCs. I know all my
Nice.
friends and family, some of my family's here, but all my RC family and friends are out at Otterville. So good luck to everybody racing the mains today. And hopefully, wherever you're at, you have a little piece of RC heaven with you today. Yeah.
We'll
How's the
give it to you
weather?
if you don't.
Yeah. How's the weather with you guys up there?
Hot. It's like 85.
I'll take
It's
it.
hot.
I'll take it. Man, we got tons of people joining us already. Let me just get a couple of comments up. What is going on, guys? We have a smashed show tonight. We are going to show off the dot boxes. You can see the one in front of Tyler already.
Yeah, we got them all.
I got my secret stash right beside, and I can't wait to show off the differences and kind of show off what I'm transitioning to be a little bit more organized and to try and scale it down. Because let's face it, if you're not organized, it can get out of control real quick. This kind of reel you back in, bring that little fun and excitement back to the storage of all our little bits. Because, man, if you have one or more kits, you need an organization in your life.
Well, I'm just trying to, I mean, there's, an infinite amount of different sizes of hardware, and how do you find the right size when you're in a pinch? If you're in between rounds, you're out in the woods, whatever it may be, you need something that's, labeled and organized so you can get to it quick. And so we've got, a variety of different, packages of different storages. So that way, everything is for a different purpose, just like our aerosols and our cleaner.
That's right. And honestly, the best thing about it is the way that it is layered, and you can kind of mess around with it and customize it to yourself. So once we get into it, I'm going to show off the stock configuration, and then I'm hoping you're blown away by what I was able to achieve with kind of separating the nitro and the electric, and just kind of like keeping everything as organized as you possibly can. Because let's face it, when you're in between rounds, you don't want to be struggling looking for stuff. You want to kind of know where it's at. Be prepared, and when you have a little issue on track, you'll be able to get back and not miss your next round, next heat. Because let's face it, we're there for quite a bit of hours in the day, and you want to maximize your ability to be and take advantage of that on the track. So definitely a lot of fun there. And even when you're on the trail, like with the smaller size options, they got you covered in basically everything that you can think of. But
having stuff, having containers and organization tools, small enough to fit in a small pack, big if you want to put them in a backpack. It just kind of depends on how far you're going to go, what you want to bring with you and how much weight you want to carry. I mean, some of these are small enough where they'll fit in your pocket. So you don't have to have a backpack, just body pins, wheel nuts. I mean, you never, a couple little tools, those type of things, could really make or break your entire day.
Yeah. And honestly, the amount that you can get now, even from Cal RC, is awesome. There's basically one for everybody, and all the way from like the elite super serious all the way down just to the casual basher that's just out there having fun and wants to have an extra body clip and wheel nut, man. It's awesome to have for sure. And another thing that's super cool, and I know Heath kind of teased us a little bit about it, but having RC kind of shops come onto the podcast and show off all their Cal RC sections. And with that, man, number one in the news.
That's right. Well, Aerosols in the UK, right? So, our friends over at Model Sport, they've been, slowly accumulating different Cal RC products. And the amount of content that they're posting, they have fantastic photos. I love anything that, when they post anything about Cal RC, it's always super high end visual graphics. And so anyways, they are getting more stuff like the stainless steel ultrasonic cleaner, pit lights. They're getting desk lamps and gooseneck lamps coming soon to them. So, all of our friends across the pond are going to be super excited about that, I'm sure, because they've been selling stuff like crazy.
Oh, man. And it's so cool to see it expanding like over different continents and stuff like that. And honestly, like you said, the content that they've been producing is awesome, and they kind of like took to it and hit the ground running too, which is really awesome to see. And I attribute a lot of that to you guys and the fan page, because with that
Mhm.
being said, there's so many examples of how to properly show off the product. It's awesome, and not only showing it off, but tips on how to use it. You guys have even helped us live on
Oh,
the
yeah.
show with things that we were like, we're using it one way. You're like, well, here, try this. And boom, it just spurred a whole new thing, which is awesome for sure.
I mean, it's really cool to see, like, you have a product that, say you're over in the UK somewhere, and you've got Facebook access, so you're interested in RC, and you come across the RC fans page, and you see all of us, in North America posting about these awesome
Right.
products, and you're like, I can't get any. And I mean, to understand the kind of the grasp and the momentum that everybody creates by posting, it's incredible, because not only does a company start, establishing a presence of CowRC products, whatever that is, 2,000 miles away,
Right.
it's really gaining momentum because they keep adding more and more things, which means, this is very popular. So I think the content that everybody's creating is just helping push that. So really appreciate that.
Yeah, and I appreciate it personally because, man, I've told you guys a million times, when I'm at work and I'm stuck there, my quick
Right.
little like relief is I know I can go to the fan page and it's all about stuff I love. So you guys are posting up on your RCs, and it's like crazy different genres too, which is amazing to see as well. So it's not just specifically racing, it's not specifically bashing, it's a mishposh of everything, and I love seeing it because it always puts a smile on your face when you have a quick 10 minutes to get out and kind of, uncheck from reality real quick.
Yeah, another thing on the news is the V3 Jet Blaster Minis have shipped. Also, all the pre-orders are out.
Oh yeah.
And if you haven't taken advantage of one, you can still get 10% off Cowdash Tech on the bottom there, saves you 10% off. So if you say, shoot, I missed the pre-order, it came and went before you're ready, well, we'll still give you 10% off, and that goes for everything on the store. So check that out. The skins are super sick. The vacuum attachment, it's got tons and tons of power. It's definitely a nice upgrade, and the for the folks that still maybe haven't even gotten their first mini yet, the V2 mini, which we talked about. There's a few. We're kind of phasing that one out. There's still a few left, so it's on discount. And then you get a free skin with that too. So, and that's based on how many skins are available. So get in there and jump on that deal. Again, save 10% in addition to that discount using Cowdash Tech at checkout.
And because it is the long weekend, using these things to start a fire is insane, because like blowing the embers, we got it to relight almost instantly.
I,
So.
I never, I was burning stuff today, and I didn't even think of that. I just put more lighter fluid on it.
Oh, there you go. Little
Hey,
bit of
wind
blowing
works well
action.
too.
Oh man, it was a lifesaver for sure when we were trying to relight. But definitely enjoy the blaster, and having a couple left of the V2s. If you definitely want a
Yeah,
deal, I'm still rocking the V2 with my
I
on-road
am
stuff,
too.
and it's been dynamite too. But just the power and size of the V3, you won't be disappointed with the little bit extra
Not
that
at
you
all.
get out of it. No, it's one of those awesome things for sure. But the last thing, I'm I'm gonna pull it up on the
Yeah.
website just so we can go through this properly.
So we always love new products, right? And we talked about a little bit about this last episode, and it's the Simple Sonic. So the Moo Kleen Simple Sonic. If you guys notice, we released it on the website for pre-order, and so the pre-orders, as we always do, you get a discount on the pre-order. The discount right now is 30%. The caveat to that is you have to order 2 bottles. So it'll
It even comes
automatically
up.
put in 2.
Yep.
So as Adam shows you right there, you have to order a minimum of 2 to get into the pre-order. So, but you get 30% off, and again, save another 10% on the Cowdash Tech. So you're just kind of pumping up these
Stacking it.
discounts. Take advantage.
Definitely an awesome product. And obviously this one, let me see if it is this zooming in for you guys
Oh
too,
yeah,
or
thank you. That
okay.
helps me out a lot.
Yeah, and like the one cool thing about this is the recommended dilution ratios.
Yep.
Now, if you start with the light, which is 128 to 1, you're going to have tons of test product. Like the amount that this makes at 128 to 1, we were talking like it was gallons of this stuff.
It's gallons, right? And remember, so this is a concentrate. So just more similarly to the part and chassis wash, this is also a concentrate. But since it's a corrosive, we want to make sure this is more potential to ruin things if you don't use it correctly. That's why we're being very specific and going through the directions with you, because it is such a nice concentrated amount of corrosive material. Dilution is super key.
And now this is a neutral cleaner and degreaser. The balance is non-acidic. It's less likely to pit or corrode metals, which is awesome. And non-alkaline is less likely to dry or whiten the plastic, which we know that like the simple green, it's at a 9. And that the purple power is anywhere between 12 to 13. So basically, that if you leave it on there, it'll kind of turn white, this and that and the other stuff. This, you want to make sure that it's safer, but at the same time, you got to be careful of what ratio and dilution you use for that. So always test first with the light, and then you can work your way up. I'm a regular Joe now. I'm doing it 64 to 1, and I've had great results in the ultrasonic cleaner. And I don't know if you guys seen my post with the big carbon mat. I actually had my real size mini tires on the big size carbon mat, and I was using the sonic cleaner to actually clean the wheel nuts of my actual mini car. So definitely using the Moo Kleen for bigger and badder stuff. It's almost a 5th scale size anyway, so it's pretty funny.
And just kind of like give you guys kind of some food for thought. Since this is a corrosive, there's not only one type of corrosive out there, right? There's acidic corrosives, which are mostly in automotive supplies, which is why that's really why CowRC was created, is because much like me, I think Adam, you were the same way. When I got into RC, I'm going to the auto parts store and I'm getting some auto parts cleaner because I'm like, hey, my stuff's dirty. I don't want it dirty. I'm going to clean it. And so those are when you go to a corrosive cleaner, it's acidic. Now on the other hand, you say, hey, I'm just going to go reach in the kitchen sink. And hey, I clean the countertops with this stuff. I'm going to clean my RC with it. Fine, but it's got alkaline in it. Right. So it's an alkaline corrosive, which it's going to make things brittle. It's not going to be, correct for our delicate RC parts. Right. We're talking about model vehicles. We're not talking about full size automotive vehicles. We're not talking about household appliances. We're talking about toy cars. Right. So we're making things that are appropriate for your RC vehicles, that aren't going to destroy them, aren't going to weaken the plastics, aren't going to corrode and pit things. But again, you have to pay attention to these mixing and dilution directions that we have on the bottle and on the website to make sure that you're doing it correctly and it's giving you that extra cleaning power that you're looking for.
Yeah, and like some of the cautions, like as with all corrosive products, avoid any long-term extended exposure and overly concentrated dilution ratio. So like if you're kind of like messed up like me and you went a little overboard, even the 32 to 1 is bonkers strong. So like that will get
I don't even use that.
Cleaning anything. And obviously it really depends on how greasy and oily and the dirt combination needed to be stripped away from the parts. But always proceed with caution when exposing plastic polymers and anodizers to the heavier concentrate mixtures. Obviously with the light, that's where I recommend you testing. And I've had no issues with that. And the amount that it makes for testing, you'll never run out, especially if you get in on the pre-order. And
you'll have enough for the rest of your life.
Correct. And it's not for use on Lexan, painted surfaces, light porous materials, electronics, O-rings, or gaskets. And the thing is with the Lexan, I've got overspray on my Lexan. And as long as I like use the microfiber, I wipe it off right away. I haven't had any long lasting issues with my Lexan, but please just as a caution, we have the parts and chassis wash. That is what is ideal for the Lexan and cleaning it, all that, because it's not going to damage it. You guys have used that for years. This is kind of like the missing link. And I love the supersonic
Right.
like name. It just fits because I've been using it in the sonic
Cool label.
cleaner. So in the red, you guys know that I'm partial to red. I've kind of taken over the green streak just because of Cow RC, but red, black, and chrome are my colors, and that label just it pops with me. And like always, it just do testing, test,
Yeah.
and you guys will not be upset.
No, absolutely. No, it'll be a great product. I'm looking forward to, like we mentioned last time, we had the initial prototypes years ago and tested them and perfected it, and it's ready to go. So I'm excited to see what everyone else thinks of it, and see how you're all using it.
Yeah, and you know what? Beforehand, we got a great show stacked up for you guys, and I know that he's got his dot box in front. I got a couple new ones here, and then we're gonna kind of like get into like some of the things that I used in the past that everybody probably have, especially if you're into RC, like receiver boxes, maybe a steering servo box or something like that, just something to hold your little bits. And we're going to show you some awesome Cow RC alternatives. And then we'll go through the other dot boxes, and we'll go through the folding micros and the actual micros that they have on, just so you can see the plethora of parts and storage options Cow RC offers you. And some of the labeling is amazing. And I can't wait to actually see you install the labels, because on mine, I think I might have did one incorrectly because the sizing in between the clips, like that's the important thing. So we'll have to watch Tyler, and hopefully he can pull it off without a hitch. You're rocking the hot rod theme on this one?
Yeah. I've gotten into the hot rod theme. I've got hot rod theme here, and then I've got the Dragon next to me. I used to be, I used to be a green streak freak, and I've moved on to other appetites and other things I like. So
yeah, it's cool like that you actually have the option. And man, the new graphics that he just been coming out with like even the cow snot, like obviously I like that because it matches the green streak. But the simple sonic, man, everything else in my pit area, because of my color scheme, that simple sonic is just gonna pop. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not a hot rod guy with your black and red and chrome. That's really
it is nice though. I can't lie, but like I just think that on camera and stuff like that, the green and the neons and all that, it just pops. Like
it looks good. There's definitely not. I mean, I've got the green streak, like yours behind me. I do enjoy it. Yeah. It's nice that, like, for me, I'm kind of like a quick visual person. So like sometimes I'll coordinate my themes to just like what I'm using it for. So like if I have a certain vehicle, okay, I'm grabbing the hot rod stuff. That way I don't have to read anything. I just look at pictures and grab them.
Yeah, no, that's the best thing, man. Like you like the patriotic, the dragon patterns. Right. I've seen Steve with the Reaper and stuff like that. Like there's been some Reaper's awesome themes that you guys have shared with us on the fan page that I love seeing, because I'm not gonna lie, all of the graphics are pretty darn cool. And like even the original, just the cow skull head, that was an original one.
Yeah, that one's really cool.
Oh yeah. Then he had the carbon cow head. I don't know if you remember that, if you were here long enough for that, but all those theme things were just awesome and over the top. Yeah, Mr. Ghost, for sure the Reaper's yours, man. You're exactly who I was talking about when we saw that one, and definitely was blessed to have you show us around your area, and can't wait to see the new banner that you won. I know you shared it with us, and I think I seen it on the fan page as well, and thank you for doing that. But definitely cool to see people picking their poisons. And speaking of people picking their poison, should we show them how to get the winnings for tonight?
Sure, let's do that. Yeah, so we've got two awesome prizes today. So one of them is the small dot box which is right here, with your choice of skin, right? So whoever wins the small one, you get, just reach out to us, and obviously we need your mailing address, but tell us what skin you want as well. And then you also get the micro folding screw box combo, which is the 4-pack. These guys, you get 2 of the small one, 2 of the larger one, and let us know, your skin as well on these guys.
Yeah, and for the micro foldable, if you do want the skins on both sides, like you get on the larger one, you just have to buy the separate skin. And when you get the skins, it gives you an additional 25% off at the checkout for the skin. So definitely super cool. If you want to have them graphics and themes that we were just talking about, kind of pick your poison, and it's awesome. And when you get the combo, you save a little bit more money as well. And on top of that, if you use Caltech, I know we always forget to say that, but you save yourself an additional 10% off. So it just stacks it up, which is nice of Heath to allow all of us to do that. Before we get into my custom ones, should we show off what these are looking like stock, and kind of like I'll start off because I have freshies. You're gonna start doing the sticker application, and then I'm going to show how I organize this mess over here into one of the dock boxes, which is going to be super cool for everybody.
Yeah. So what we can do, we can go through all of the different storage things first. So we kind of give you a high level, because there's tons of options for them, right? It's not just a one dot box, right? So we'll kind of give you a high level summary, and then we'll start diving into the use of them. So, dot boxes, right? So this is an example of the dot box right here. So we've got different sizes. This right here is the medium. This one I enjoy. It's small enough to be versatile, but it's got a ton of different storage components and storage items in here. So let me read you some statistics here. So we got three sizes. You got a large, medium, and small. And obviously the small is what we talked about as one of the giveaways. So that one's really sweet as well. So it comes in, the large has 94 pieces. And when I say pieces, that's these guys, right? I mean, you got these little components, different sizes, right? So that's the cool thing about all of the Cower Seat storage components is you're storing things individually. You're not storing things and just dividing it and then having one cover on the whole thing. You're individually. So you go and drop everything. Maybe one pops open, but you're not going to lose your screws. You're going to just have your organization tools or boxes scattered around. So the medium, which is this, comes with 54 of these guys. Different sizes, 54 of these individually, I'll call them storage pods or storage containers that you can put different size screws in, nuts, bolts, pins, whatever you need. And then, so in 6 different sizes. And then the small is 31 and comes in 5 different sizes, and my stuff keeps falling over. And then let's see here. You get, so skins available. Like I'll show you here in a little bit. You're obviously the same type of skins, same 5 themes that we sell. And I'll show you how to install these guys here in a little bit. So if you get the skin, you save 25% off of that skin. And then you can also buy, so like you can, we give you a certain size and quantity, right? Obviously the quantity is probably the same, but you can actually buy replacements of these little containers on the store as well. So if you want to get, just separate ones, you want replacement ones, say like, hey, I don't like these big ones. Here's the big ones. You don't like these, you want more of the small ones, you can get more small ones. You want more big ones, you can get more big ones. So you can actually buy those separately and kind of mix and match what you want to achieve. So we're not just giving you your only one option. It's really an infinite amount of different options.
Totally customize it to what you need and what vehicle is sort of what you're going to see once I get in. I have the 8 scale electric and nitro. And then I have one specifically set up just for the hardware, which is awesome. And the labels that I just found out are Avery, 3 1/4 inch Averys.
Just 3/4.
I'm going to actually print them out. I thought it was going to be cool showing like how to P-touch, but he just hit a home run. I wish he would have told me a little bit earlier. I would have had custom printed ones because the organization is so crucial when you're in a quick thing. Now, I know Mr. Ghost said that he loves being able to see through it. And that's one of the best options about this. You can actually have them stacked vertically, not only to see better, but to save space when you're packing for your RC trips and adventures. And having it like all
I haven't tried that.
Boxes, nobody's really spilled a Plano box. I know you haven't. Come on. But that is a mess. Yeah, that is a mess. But I love being able to customize it. And going on the website, picking the only ones that you want, you can actually change it up. So if you want like the double D or the single, you can even change that up, and each one stacks on top of each other and clicks in, which is really nice. And then when you close the root, it actually locks it in with the bubbles that are on top of the box itself. So everything is compatible. You can have the small, medium, and large in either of the actual plastic cases themselves. So it's so super cool and versatile that I've messed around with mine, and you'll see that once we get to the 8 scale box. I think you're going to be pretty impressed.
And then our next type of storage item is our microfolding boxes, right?
Yeah.
So we've got the small one, comes with a nice skin. Like Adam said, when you order this on a skin, it only comes on one side. If you want both sides, you just have to order a second one. But when you order a skin, you just have to order 2, right? So 25% off, again, off of those skins. And then the larger one, when you order a skin, it does come with 2 automatically. But this guy, all these individually open up like this. I'll make sure I don't dump stuff on my desk. But all these open up. They're all hinged. So again, you can put these are great to have in your pocket. I mean, this one easily fits in your pocket. Has 10 different places to put screws and nuts and pins in, stuff like that. Has a nice latch, so it's not going to pop open. You're pretty much can chuck this anywhere. It's going to stay intact. So these are great for on the go, putting in a backpack, even a small backpack, or your pocket. I mean, heck, if you're on the driver's stand and you just want to have this. I mean, this is the size of smaller than my hand. This is actually smaller than a cell phone. So this is about the exact same size as a cell phone, just as
there you go.
Point of reference. So if you can fit your phone in your pocket, you can fit these in your pocket.
Yeah, and once again, everybody that's on Instagram, I love when you guys tuning in, but for the comments, I see a whole bunch of comments there. You have to come to either Facebook or to YouTube. I apologize for that, but everybody that's commenting #.box to win the prizes later tonight, it has to be on one of the things that it reads, or else it doesn't count in the entries for the draw. So please switch over. I do apologize once again, but it's just the way, the nature of the beast.
Now, our last storage tool is the micro screw boxes. So this is our economically friendly storage solution, right? So we sell these in individual sizes, or you can get a 5-pack, and this is the 5-pack. I mean, I don't know how many RC cars worth of stuff you can fit in here, but there is a ton of storage. Comes with labels as well, as you can see here. So we have these in 5 different sizes. We have a large. So what that is, large outer size and large storage, individual storage compartments. You have a large small, which again, same size large, but you see these smaller individual components. So see the difference? So yeah. Large, small, large. Now you have a medium large and a medium small. Again, same difference. Flip these around here so you can see them. One's with large containers, one's with small containers. And then the small large, which is the 9 piece. And so these come out, I'll show you kind of, this one's going to come out here in these individual pods. And so these are a little bit less friendly for travel. The reason we're selling these is a very economically friendly storage option. Works great, not as durable as a dot box. So the difference, what I would use these for, is dot box is going to be your portable storage solution, right? So you're at a racetrack, you're at a crawling event, whatever, and you want to throw this in a bag, to pack away in your trunk of your car. These things will take a beating. The latches are super durable. The micro storage, again, a latching component, obviously you can tell the difference, right? Little latch up here, big latches here. So there is a difference. So, you take this and you throw it in your car, probably going to pop open and you're probably going to damage it. this thing, you can do some damage with this guy with these strong, strong outer box, strong latches. You can really beat these ones up. These ones a little bit more delicate. So just something to take a note of. There's just a solution for everything. So what I use these for is at home. So I want to make sure, like, where I know I'm not moving it around. It's not going to get crushed. It's not going to get banged up. This is what I'm going to kind of use at home. This is my, like, I'll call it my workbench travel pack. And then these are my pocket / backpack convenience storage solution. So just kind of giving you a solution for everything, right?
And I just want to show off, like, on the dot boxes, they have proper hinges on the back too. Like, they're dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these things are built to last. And the way that these are portable and stackable too are what blows it away for me. And they fit perfectly in the OGO bag. Obviously, I have the 9600 series or whatever, or 9800 now.
Oh.
Sorry, but they fit perfectly in there. And having the ability to customize to what you want makes it even more popular with us racers for sure, because almost all of us for flying and stuff like that need to only have one bag check and all that. So
sure.
kind of the way to go for stuff like that, and make sure that you get all your gear safely to the thing, because like you don't want that. They don't care what's in your bag at the airport, and they're throwing that thing around and stuff like that. So you want to make sure that you protect it. So obviously, the dot boxes will take that beating, where the other economically friendly ones, like Tyler said, there's a proper place for them. It's just you want to have the good stuff when you're traveling heavy.
Sure. Yeah, definitely.
So do you want me to start showing off what I got here, and then we can get into how to properly sticker it? Because I'm going to watch you do the stickering as well, because I messed up the first one myself, because I thought that the themes went together, and I was like just like blown away at how cool the box looks after it. I don't know, you showed off yours. I got the green streak, so I'm going to be setting mine up, which is awesome. And then obviously I got the smaller folding micro with the one sticker on that side. And then obviously I got the larger one with the double skins too. So I can't wait to have these. These are going to be for my new build as soon as I can. But I'm just going to switch my camera over, and then I will show you exactly what I'm getting into. So you can still hear me now?
Yep, we can hear you. And if anybody has questions, I can start fielding the questions while Adam's going through, and I'll stop him. We can ask, and please feel free to ask questions. I mean, we love the questions. We love. I mean, I saw Mr. Ghost. He's putting medical supplies, right? So it's kind of like a first aid kit you're making, which is awesome.
So this is just a simple receiver box, right? And it's got a whole bunch of little bits in there and stuff like that. But if I was to like lose control and dump this, it would be all the little bits all over the place, all lost.
Those things shatter all the time too. That doesn't take a whole lot of effort to shatter.
No, it just literally slides on. There's no click left now, so I'm very nervous. And then what I've switched over to is the folding micro. You can actually see the clip on here. So the clip makes it so you're not going to have that same issue with it falling apart. Now, this, as you can see, is my off-road indoor carpet stuff. So I got my wheel nuts in here. I got my wing buttons in here. I got a couple pills for my setup changes in the rear. I don't know if you can see the yellow and red bits and stuff like that in there, but super secure. And like, even if you were to go upside down, like these things stay locked in. Like, it's crazy, because some of the ones that I've seen definitely aren't as secure. I always make sure that I push down on my tabs a little bit so I can hear the click to make sure they're locked in. And then you can just flip them open like that, and then you're exposed to only one pocket. That's the one thing that I like. You're just basically going through one pocket at a time. Close it down. You can hear and feel the click. Throw it in, clip it down. You got it back locked, and you're ready for round two. The next thing that I'm sure a lot of people have are these old servo boxes as well. These are the larger servo boxes. And as you can tell, it's not very well organized. I got springs in there. I got a whole bunch of stuff. And to be able to take this and throw all these little bits into something a little bit more secure. Let me show you what I did here. So all I did was I organized it into this. And I can't believe how much I was able to fit in here. I'm going to try and open up a couple here on the camera so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. But look at how many screws are in there. Oh, dude, it's full. And then if you look at this side, you can fit long enough screws to go through your bulkhead on a Traxxas Slash 4x4. These screws are massive. So like you can see how big the screws are, and they fit in here nice and organized. And then you can stack in a whole bunch of button heads. I got everything all separated, and there's quite a few in there. Here I have all my lock washers in this little compartment here. This one I have my washers and all this stuff. And here is my just the nuts, right? Just to make sure that you have everything all in one spot. Makes it so convenient with these packages. And obviously the alternative with this, you drop that one box, all your goodies are going bye-bye.
Well,
so,
it's super cloudy too. I mean, that old cheap plastic, because it's just a shipping container, right? I mean, it's super cloudy. You can't see inside of it at all.
But like you can see how many screws are actually in here. Like there's a ton of, like the hardware in here and the way that it keeps it all organized, you can't beat that. And like you can see which ones I lose the most, because these things go in the bottom of our chassis and they get beat up and filled with like just everything. And because we run such a low ride height, they actually get scraped and wore out the first. So having that on hand to be able to go through and use is awesome. So the other thing that I had, and you can see kind of the mess I got into, these are the dot boxes that I have, the micro ones here, which are the small. And I was setting up half of it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put the large ones on the other side. So I'm going to split it up 50-50 for that.
Well, that's a good idea.
But this, I'm sure, has happened to quite a few people. This is just the normal one. And of course, I dropped it. Some of these things fell out and I was crushed because now all my stuff is mixed together. And these things just, you guys probably seen it a million times. It's just one of those horrible things. So what was I able to do? Let me show you this. I'm super happy with this and how I was able to get everything all organized into one. So I'm going to show off kind of how I switched a lot of the stuff up. And you can see here, it even fits the carburetor. It fits the whole clutch bell. I got an extra one here. These right here. Uh-oh.
I can hear you, but you're frozen.
Yeah. Hold on, let me unlock it. Is that no? Hold on.
You're frozen. We can hear you, but you're frozen.
I'm gonna have to switch cameras real quick. Hold on 1 second. There, yeah. So I was just showing off the dot boxes and like the drive train and all that. Like these fit perfectly in there. And not only that, you can see right through the box.
Yeah, that's
and
nice.
See what's in there. You know what I mean? Like you don't even have to guess at what that part is. You can see it right through the box. Makes it very convenient. And let's face it, if you ever had one of those break on impact or just wear out to the point where you can actually have your drivetrain sticking, you want to make sure you have those on tap. And this box right here, who doesn't need extra clutch bells? Like you can see exactly what that part is, no problem. And two clutch bells. I have 115 and 116 in there just in case I have to switch for the different like track, right? If you go to a bigger track, you want a bigger gear, smaller track, a little bit more torque out of the turns. Definitely cool to show off.
Well, and then plus the labels, right? The labels that come with the dot boxes. You can even if you can't see it, you just put them in there and you label it, write it on there. And as we found out today, these are 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch Avery labels, so you can actually put them in your printer and print something out. I've been just penciling and writing mine down, but I would have rather had the printout version, so I'm gonna remember that next time.
And I thought that like literally doing the P touch was going to be like the next level. But when he told me that you can print on those, it's
Yeah.
going to be a game changer for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I can't wait. Like he told me before the show what the actual Avery 3.25 inch label is. So when you put it in your printer settings, you can actually change your printer to print correctly onto this size label. And I'm going to have an awesome setup because I'll share it on the fan page with you guys because I think being able to print in color, I'm going to try and bring the green streak theme inside the box. Not only am I going to have it on the outside of the box, but I'm going to try and bring it inside the box because I'll do some color printing and just kind of label. Most of mine are M2 and M3 screws, and I think I have a couple M4s just for like the max and stuff like that. But it's pretty cool that like you can actually have them stepped and staggered because I'm going to see if I can get my camera back, the other one running. But it's one of those things that like I'm blown away at just the customizations that you can do on the box, right?
Because that's a really cool thing is you can buy the extra boxes. You can just use them individually, or like Adam said, just reorganize them. If you like more of the small ones, have at it. If you like bigger ones, get more of those. And like those micro ones that Adam was saying, you can get the large or the large medium, or I'm sorry, large small, and you can do half and half. So you don't have to always have the smalls or always the large.
So these are probably the biggest screws that I have in my arsenal. And these are for going through the whole diff case. Yeah, this goes through the diff case. I believe these are 16 millimeters long, and you can see how many you can fit in this case, no problem. Locks in and it secures in with the bubbles, right? That's the best thing about these dot boxes and how they actually lock in. Because if I don't have access to my other camera, so I don't want to spill anything because this is what I wanted to show off because I have all of them lined up down the center. And you can see that these ones are the ones that are organized based off if they're button head, recessed, or if they're cap screws. And then I have every size that you can possibly shake a stick at. So if I have a major failure or anybody on the team needs help and support, this is what box I go to now, knowing that I'll have the hardware ready to rock and roll and fix anything on our specific kits. So definitely one of those things that is a welcome sight in any pit area. And
those boxes, the dot boxes are so much more rigid than that other box you had been using previously. I mean, I saw you pick it up and it's like it's starting to fold and sink, which again, why people, if someone grabs it, they don't grab it tight enough and it just falls out of your hands and you are losing everything.
And let's face it, like most of the times you're having an issue are going to be when you're like under the gun or stressed out or something broke. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when you're digging into something like that, the worst time to have a failure and all your parts and bits go into the grass or something crazy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if I think we got a few minutes here, I can show you kind of an idea that I wanted to share of how I use my dot box. It's kind of in a little bit of a different way.
Oh, hold on.
Hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you now.
Hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if you guys ever have, you get packages and packages and packages of extra hardware in kits, you're upgrading stuff and you just have all this extra hardware and you don't know what to do with it, right? So you buy a new kit, you upgrade some parts, you don't need all that hardware, and you just have it sitting in a box somewhere. So here's an old cookie box, right? And I've got just bags and bags and bags of hardware.
I thought you were going to have cookies for us. Come on,
well,
guys.
I already ate those. maybe the next time. But I've got just bags of brand new hardware. I got bearings. I've got some loose stuff. I'm not going to throw this stuff away, but I will never be able to understand what any of this stuff is. I've got some M4s over here, some flatheads. I've got, I don't know, that's probably a 12-inch, whatever. So what I'm doing is I'm taking all this stuff and I put it in a dot box, right? So I'm going through here and I'm going to start organizing these guys. So, here I'm going to order. Let's find something good here. Here's some.
Barry's the reason why I'm stepping up my game. I'm actually going to print labels, Barry. It's all because
I
of you.
agree. That's what they should be doing.
Oh, yeah. For those that missed it, it was a previous episode. We had Barry on board, and his organizational skills are redonkulous. It was awesome to see, and it really made me want to step up my game. And thanks to Heath, he sent me the whole plethora of sizes. So now I get to customize it even more.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, these things cost money. It's not cheap for hardware. There's stainless steel hardware options and stuff like that out here. So, what I'm doing is I'm just using a set of calipers, and I'm taking these things and I'm saying, okay, here's an 8mm. So I'm putting all of these ones from this one pack in here as an example. I have a bunch of them, right? And that's a pretty 3x8's a pretty popular one. Oh, yeah. That's not it. And so what I'm doing here, and luckily I knew I was going to have a 3x8. So wrote out some labels, and this is the label sheet that we were talking about. It's an Avery label sheet, but I used, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know you could put them in a printer, which I would have much rather preferred. But instead, I'm going to do the handwritten version, and I'm putting it on there. So
and that even looks awesome too, because that's what, yeah.
I mean, I have good handwriting, so it's decent, right? Yeah. And then you throw it back in here. Where'd it go? Oh, yeah, here we go. So I have it right there, right? And so some bigger ones, like Adam was saying, I've got some 4mm ones. Find a box here. So yeah, so here we go. Got these longer ones, right?
And those are the thin ones too that you can really show off a lot of product in those ones.
Yeah. So I've got some 4M or M4 screws in here. Put those in here. I think those are here. We'll measure them up real quick. Might have a label already made. Oh, no, these are long ones. But 24. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to say 4x24.
There you go.
Easy as that. Take that little sticker off of here.
Now, I know that you're loving your new Carbon Series mat. Look at how big that thing is. You got so much stuff on your table. I don't think people realize like how much stuff you have on your table.
Oh yeah, I use this all the time. I don't think it's ever going to leave this table. I mean, this is perfect for our show. It's got all the room.
I agree. I actually have added mine to the stable, and I actually have a whole setup across from the PS5 now, and it just fits in there so amazing that I don't think it's going to move now.
That's what I'm thinking here. And let me show you real quick there we go. The skins, right? So the skins are actually, and this is one of these things that, you're going to look at this and be like, what is happening here? There's all these notches in it and things like that. And that's kind of go around all these notches here, right? And so if you look at it, there's a left side, and then get my bearings here, right side, right? So you can actually, and then how you do that is you're looking at the box. So this is your left side. This is your right side. So when you're looking at pretending you're looking here, left, right. And so you go ahead and put these things on here. Of course, I'm going to be very careful. Give it a shot of some cleaner and degreaser. Wipe down the side here real quick. And then I'm going to put, and the cool thing is everything is
pre-cut. Yes. Massive.
Which is awesome. I mean, these are high-end stickers. The kits don't come with stickers that are this nice. Let me, oh boy, trying to angle myself with the camera. A little bit of a challenge.
Yeah, because you're trying to do it like with it not in the proper
trying to do it on the side and
No, it looks good though.
There we go. There.
Lines up with the dots perfectly.
Yeah. So lines up with the dots, lines up with the seam down here. So that way when you open it,
Pre-cut.
What was that?
Yeah, love it.
I mean, and it has all three, three sides. Is not the skins don't go on the back side just because of the hinges, but the top and bottom, the two corners, the middle front, two corners, and then the right hand side all the way down. And then you could put there, and I try not to put any stickers on the top because obviously, as you can see, you can still see the labels through here, right?
Yeah.
So you can just look at it and say, hey, it's closed. Oh, I know where it's at. Boom, go. And you open it up, grab it, use it, and then put it back, and you're ready to go. So, instead of rolling around in your grandma's cookie tin box, you can actually look like you know what you're doing and be organized and actually not have to throw away all this stuff because you had no idea what you're going to use it for. Because that is literally what all this stuff has been sitting. It essentially was trash for me because I have no idea how to. I mean, how am I supposed to tell what is in here? I have no clue. So it's just, it's getting yourself organized so that way it's free hardware now. You invest in a storage component. Now I've got, $50 worth of free hardware because now I know what it actually is.
Yeah, it's not going to waste in that tin.
No.
But Barry's going to be bringing the whole dot box setup to Thornhill, which is crazy because that's going to be home of the Infomar Worlds this year in Texas, and the track there at Thornhill is just bonkers. Like, the facility is amazing, and it's one of those like bucket list races. If you ever have the chance, you would definitely have to go down there and check it out. Can't wait to see what Barry can do there. Barry's a great 8-scale racer and one of the most organized persons I've seen. And his pit area, you guys seen it on a previous episode. He's the reason why I wanted to step up and go all dot boxes. I'm basically convinced that I need to have a little bit more organization in my life so I can get all the kits serviced and properly maintained and bring the fun back. Because, man, everybody knows it's stressful when you're looking for that one particular screw. It's in one of the boxes, one of the bags, one of your pit areas, and you just can't find it. So having proper storage and packaging is going to make my life that much easier. And now that my kids are getting older, they're actually starting to put their own stuff away, which is awesome. And I can't stress it enough. Having the tool go back to where it's supposed to be just makes it so much easier.
Well, and if you invest in the right tool and you show your kids how to use it, I mean, it's a beautiful thing. You don't have to remind them, but when you give somebody a tool that isn't really right for the job, it's hard for them to figure out how to use it right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Plus, a fellow racer needs parts. You can just give them the dot box and not the entire parts box. It's so true. Yeah. It makes it for sharing a lot easier. And then High Mountain RC Mike, definitely the fully loaded one. Here, let me bring it up on the site just to make it easier for everybody to kind of follow along. But that is a great question. So basically here, you just go to the storage on the left-hand side, storage systems right here. And you can scroll down and it's got the dot boxes right here. And it's the combo set. It's got all three of them all in one shot. Saves you a little dough. Plus, don't forget to use the code CALTECH for an extra 10% off. Then you can buy the large, medium, small. Here is the 5-pack, which is the combo set. And it comes with all the labels already. So this one is the most cost-effective one. But like Tyler was saying, great for around the home, not as tough as the dot boxes. So just keep that in mind when you're trying to pick your poison. These are the graphics and all that for the larger dot boxes. Obviously, they have all the themes that you've come to love. The Fold and Micro screw set combo is probably one of my favorites because what I do is I actually use the different themes and I differentiate with themes for what kit it actually is for now. So that's how I have kind of ventured away from Green Streak and been able to organize it a little bit better. So you can jump on board and basically pick whatever one you want. And then the last one is the ones that kind of get overlooked a little bit, but I want to go to page number 2. And this right here is the individual size one. So the
Oh, yeah.
customization doesn't end once you get the box. You can order individual size dot boxes and customize it to your liking. So these ones right here, I really like the medium long individuals. Those ones are double stackable. So you can stack one on top of each other. So when you have, say, a button head and a cap head screw, you can have the same length but layered. So you know that the lengths are in the similar row, and whatever way works in your brain. It's just awesome that you can organize it to whatever way you want. Obviously, you got the large, the small, the mediums, just whatever fits your needs. It's cool to have that many options in the CowRC lineup, and having the labels are just a convenience stake. And now that I know they're just the Avery ones, I am going to print it out because Barry, man, I'm telling you, you're going to be impressed. But I'll put it on the CowRC fan page and have some fun with it. I labeled the compartments of my automotive toolbox in my garage just so the other people and myself know where to put the tools back. Otherwise, you're looking for the right tool forever. Yes.
That's a very good point.
More. Yeah, for sure. But once again, I'm going to just throw the caveat out there. There's a whole bunch of people on Instagram watching and doing the dot box hashtag. Unfortunately, it does not work. I'm sorry. You have to comment. Look at that. Here, let me go full screen on that. But yeah, unfortunately, you have to do dot box in Facebook or YouTube, and we'll give you a few more minutes before we give away the small dot box. And it's going to be your choice of whatever graphic you want. That looks awesome, eh? Like,
it just looks cool, right? I mean, it's just a nice clamshell. It's cool.
Ties it together. So we're going to give you the small dot box, and this will get your kind of curiosity peaks because, man, this is just dipping your toe into the deep end. Awesome dot box there. And yeah, no, I see people jumping in from Instagram and all that. Yeah, please make sure you comment over here. And then the other one is you get 2 of each of these with whatever skins you want. Mm-hmm. And Barry said it right. They're not stickers. They're themes. And he said they're definitely way cooler than just stickers.
Oh, yeah. They're super thick. They're, like I said, they're cut. I mean, they don't get better.
Decals. They're decals.
Touche.
There you go. Yeah,
that does sound more fancy.
Oh yeah, man. But
decals make you go faster. Decals now make you more organized.
Yeah, no, everybody's saying it looks awesome, Tyler, and definitely one of those themes that a lot of people have their favorites, man. And that hot rod theme is not too shabby.
I mean, just the cool isometric of it, it's sweet.
Heck yeah. So we are going to give away what are we giving away first? You want to do the dot box first?
Yeah, let's do the small dot box.
All right, man. We got everybody on board. Good luck to everybody. And here we go. Who's it going to be tonight? We got.
Oh, I like the long pause.
AZD Rider?
Arizona Rider?
Yeah. Oh, man. Congratulations. Like so, yeah, just get a hold of either me or Tyler, and we will make sure you get your dot box with graphics. Yeah, we just need your address, shipping info, and what graphic you want really for it. All right, so now up for grabs next are the small micro foldings, and those are honestly been my go-to now for traveling. So we're gonna draw one more time. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, and thanks for all the comments too.
Heck yeah. Mark Kurt, man, dude. It's been a while since Marcus won. Congratulations, man. And I'm happy you are joining. I can't wait to see you on at Spark, bud. I definitely need some RC therapy, and you are my guy for that. I can't wait. And I hope that everybody has a great next weekend, long weekend for you guys in the States, Memorial Day.
It is. Yeah, we get Monday off.
Yeah, man, I hope you guys have some great RC adventures. Please share some of your stuff and pictures on the fan page. I love checking them out. And other than that, man, I can't believe we're done episode 84 already.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to have some good guests on the next episode. So we'll get more information out once it gets closer.
And yeah, we will get we're going to try and have the links out. Hopefully, bi-weekly so we can share it all throughout the weekend and then have a little bit more traction that way. We forgot about the link until the last minute today. We do apologize for that, but we will make sure we get back on our game. Other than that, you guys have a great weekend, and we will see you in 2 short weeks. Bye for now.
Bye, everybody.